Hi, I'm Daniel Hull with PLR Electronics. Today we're going to be talking about the floppy drive to USB replacement. It's the same dimensions as the old floppy, and it has the same ribbon cable and power plug as your original floppy drive as well. It has a USB plug on the front, and it has two indicator lights letting you know what's going on with the drive when you're accessing it with your machine. Now, when you're installing your drive, there's the ribbon cable and the 4-pin power plug. The 4-pin power plug, plugs in like that. And then the ribbon cable has a red stripe on one side of it. The red stripe will always go next to the power plug. Just like that. Now, as for the USB stick, it needs to be 2 gigs or under and formatted in FAT, not FAT32. There's no additional software needed, just the USB stick, and it needs to be formatted in FAT. To do this, you need to go to your computer, insert your USB stick, then go to Start, and then go to My Computer. Under My Computer, you should see your removable disk drive, the USB stick. Right-click on it and select Format. And under Format, select FAT and not FAT32 and click Start on the format. My Computer, right click on the drive, select Format, File System, select FAT, select Quick Format, and click Start. Format complete. Now we're ready to power up your machine with the USB drive installed. We're going to go over what the red and green lights do under normal operation. First, you're going to power on your machine, and your red light should blink, indicating that the drive is now powered on. You're going to then insert your USB stick, and the red light should blink or flicker briefly as well, showing that the USB drive is initialized. Then you're going to go through your menu on your machine, like you would have before, and pull a file from your floppy drive. While doing this, during the operation, the red and green lights should blink, continuously blinking until the operation is completed. Once that's done, then you need to verify that the data transferred over correctly. If you had problems transferring files with our device, the light should let us know what went wrong. When you turn your machine on and if the red light doesn't flicker at all, then you might have the 4-pin power plug plugged in incorrectly. Go ahead and verify the connection and unplug it and replug it and try again. If you insert the USB stick and you get no red light, or the red light stays on all the time, then the USB stick might be formatted incorrectly. Verify the format by reformatting it in FAT, not FAT32. And if it still doesn't work, then try another USB stick that's 2 gigs or less, formatted in FAT. If you transfer and you get no green light, then you may need to flip a dip switch. In this slit here, there is a series of dip switches 1 through 8. Go ahead and turn off your machine before doing this. Toggle dip switch 5, the opposite direction that it currently is, and then turn your machine back on and try that. If the green and red light are on all the time, or the green light is on all the time, then possibly you have a problem with your ribbon cable. Verify that the ribbon cable, the red strip, is next to the 4-pin power plug. And if that's the case, then it's a proprietary system and you need to go ahead and reverse it the opposite direction that I told you earlier. If the green and red light do exactly the behavior we described earlier, like the correct behavior, then there's another configuration change that might need to happen. And here, there's the dip switches 1 through 8. 7 and 8, turn those to off. So first turn off your machine, and then toggle dip switch 7 and 8 to off. There is the word on is above number 1, so you know where on is up at this orientation. So turn 7 and 8 off, and then go and turn your machine on and try that. If that does not work, then turn your machine off and toggle 7 and 8 the opposite direction. And that should fix your problems. We hope this has solved any problems you've had with our floppy to USB drive. But if you're still having problems, contact our sales department at PLR Electronics, and one of our technicians will help you out. This concludes the troubleshooting video for floppy to USB drives. Thank you for watching.
Do you think that was alright?
I don't know.
One more time?
Okay. I'm already.